I'm also thinking of a different kind of trip where she got beat, and it came down to it. That was informed decision in the spring at Keeneland. It seemed like Garrett Gomez was a little too late on the scene there, left her a little bit too much to do, and informed decision got the win.
She did indeed get beat by informed decision, but on that particular day, she was giving informed decision 2 pounds. They're going to be equal weighted in this particular race coming up. Ventura, if she shows that same run she showed last year in California, it doesn't matter if she pulls up. She went by those horses so fast, they left them all in their wake.
Yeah, and you got to understand, she didn't get beat by a jump. Informed decision is 6 for 6 on the synthetic. She's very, very classy. I just think Ventura now gets her in her backyard. I think informed decision's favorite track is Keeneland. I think Ventura's favorite track is Santa Anita. I think if they were reversed, I'd probably go with informed decision, but I just think being in this backyard, Ventura is going to be very, very tough to beat.
That's a good point. I like that.
Ventura and informed decision are Captain Obvious plays. There's only one European representative in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Let's go back to Tony Calvin. Tony, only Green doesn't have a realistic chance. Is this one that just came over as a shipping mate and they decided to run in a race?
I actually give this one a chance.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the market is obviously dominated by Ventura, 8 to 5 on the morning line, but the UK punters and bookmakers really like Ventura. She's only a 5 to 4 chance. Informed decisions around about the 5 to 2, 11 to 4 mark in England. However, only Green is very, 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 could be competitive here. You know, the time form boys will probably be throwing stuff at the screen right now. You've got 16 pounds to find with the likes of Ventura, but she's taken 2 for the team. She's Goldikova's pacemaker, but she was back to form last time, back to winning form, and crucially, she's got, you know, some winning all-weather form at Deauville. I reckon this could be, now she's racing, you know, on her own merits. I think she could be a big improver here, and I wouldn't be averse to having a win and place bet on her. She's a big price, 25 to 1 plus on Betfair, and at home as well, and 20 to 1 on the morning line here. I think she could below those odds with a big run here.
That is a strong statement on only Green.
Yeah, I think we've got too much Euro talk. I mean, we're getting crazy. the only place this filly is going to finish is either 7th or worse. I just don't see it. Impossible for only Green to hit the board in this race. I can run faster than Tony, and I think you can as well. There's absolutely no shot she wins this race. And if she does, I will come back here next week to LA Live and just run around here with you know what.
Well, how about this? Will you do it?
I don't know what.
How about this? I think the home office, and Tony Calvin will probably pick up the tab. You go to Hammersmith and run through every floor of the offices there at Betfair and make it through there. Yeah, okay.
So we're dropping trowel.
That's a challenge. That's what we're doing. Yeah, Simon Bray. Okay, Paulie, take us back to some normalcy here. What's your approach to the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint?
Well, I'm in agreement with Simon Bray. 3 horses can win this race. The 2, Sarah Louise, if she takes a synthetic, let's don't forget, she's the last horse to beat Rachel Alexandra, informed decision, and Ventura. So to my strategy, I just think Ventura is the best. But I got a big long shot here in the 1 horse, Free Flying Soul, 50 to 1 morning line. There's not an ultra lot of pace in this race. This horse is 3 for 3 on the Santa Anita Pro Ride. Why can't she get a piece? I think she's going to go out early, and maybe she could hang around for 3rd or 4th. So to me, 9, Ventura on top of Sarah Louise, an informed decision with Free Flying Soul to all. Maybe you can get a price in the Superfecta.
So the 1, Free Flying Soul, head-to-head against Only Green? Otherwise, you might run out here with
head-to-head, 50 to 1. This horse has got I know. Listen, I know he's been running some different races. Mike Smith and Bruce Helly. There's not a lot of pace in this race. 7th Street's got some pace, but that is a 2-turn pace. Free Flying Soul might be in front for a little while in this race.
Tom, are you going to be as creative?
You know what? It was a very close call for me. And if I hadn't watched Ventura prepare this week on the work show, I probably would have gone against her because I like Sarah Louise very much in this race. But in the end, Ventura's defending champ. She's the best horse. She's going to blow by him. Ventura.
You guys have stop trying to get creative. Stop trying to get crazy with long shots. Just stick with the most logical winner in the 14 races Breeders' Cup weekend. It is number 9, Ventura. Easy as pie.
Oh, there's something soothing about your voice, Simon Bray. Let's go on to the highlight of Ladies' Day. It is the Breeders' Cup Ladies Classic, the race that was taken by Zenyatta last year, but she's not here this year because she's running on Saturday in the Classic. So there are 2 horses who get attention in the morning line. Music Note back into great form at 9 to 5, and Careless Jewel at 2 to 1. Graham Cunningham, how does time form see the Breeders' Cup Ladies Classic?
It's a very open race. I think we have 4 or 5, maybe 6 fillies within 5 pounds of each other. Without Zenyatta, this is very, very open indeed. Music Note, she's got a very good chance. The vibes from Godolphin seem to suggest that she's the one from that team as opposed to Cocoa Beach. But what about the European? We've got Rainbow View, who at the start of the week, I think not many people had had her on the minds, but now John Gosden's here. He's seen her for the first time in, I think, 2.5, 3 weeks. She went to Canada, she came down to California. She seems to like it. She's put on some weight, she's training well, significantly. Julien Leparoux is going to ride this weekend, but Frankie Dettori worked her yesterday. He jumped off and said to John, why didn't you put me on this one as well? He likes her, John Gosden likes her, and she's in there with a sporting chance now.
Rainbow View at 6-1 in the morning line. I will follow any advice there. Gold Dolphin Blue does have two very good entrants in here, in Music Note and Cocoa Beach. And Music Note last year third in this race behind Zenyatta, while Cocoa Beach was second. But Music Note has been devastating her last two starts. However, the competition a little bit suspect in the Belle Dame in the race prior to that.
Well, you know, Unbridled Belle is a nice sort, but she sort of got trapped on the rail in this race and just exploded. I really feel that Music Note is a mortal lock in this race. She is trained unbelievably coming up to this race. The last two times she's run, she has galloped in hand. She's a fresher horse this year. Last year when she came to Santa Anita against Zenyatta, she was not looking good on the pro ride and still managed to run third. She's a fresher horse this year. I think she absolutely destroys this field. I think Careless Jewel is a better horse over conventional third than she is synthetic. I think Music Note is a mortal lock. I'll say it again, a mortal lock.
So if I went on MLB radio, I know you just picked the Yankees to win the World Series. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
with the
come on.
Yankees?
I mean, you serious? You come with Music Note? Come on, Captain Obvious. Careless Jewel is the best 3-year-old filly in America not named Rachel Alexandra. Can we agree on that?
Oh, absolutely. There's no question. She is the filly's equivalent of Summer Bird. What do I mean by that? She is the late developer. Summer Bird developed into the second half 3-year-old of the year, and I think Careless Jewel has done that in her division outside of Rachel Alexandra. Her come-out win was in the Alabama, winning by 11 lengths here. And you got to remember, 3-year-olds have a great track record in this race. They have won 7 of the 25 prior runnings in the ladies' distaff. So Careless Jewel, with that good inside post position, Tom, she can use her tactical speed just like she did in the Alabama.
Her tactical speed is the lone speed of this race, so she is a filly that is definitely going to make the lead out of the gate, and after that you're going to have to watch the board and see what those fractions are. If she can slow it down up front, they won't catch her.
But what is she beaten? What is she beaten?
Everything that's in front of her.
Who?
Yeah, but everything that's... I mean, you can't
she
falter for winning by daylight.
No, I'm
She's
not
beating those
faltering.
fields like
Listen,
she should.
she's a great... She beat Milwaukee Appeal, who was coming from Woodbine. We watched the Coaching Club Oaks that day. They all collapsed late. She faced the same field after that race when they were dead tired. She caught an easy field and a lone lead. I think Music Note has got more speed, is going to be right off her flank, and puts her away. I'm not saying Careless Jewel is not a great filly, but she is not as polished as Music Note.
So you put Music Note as pressing the one.
I think she's going to be right off his flank. If you look at Music Note's form, she's been going a little bit more forward. I think the 7 furlong race put a little bit more speed on her. She sat a little bit closer this time. I think she sits right off Careless Jewel.
Tom knows a good lady when he sees one. After all, he married Colleen. The love is his life, and she's here tonight looking just smashing, I might say. So you go first here in the Ladies Classic.
Okay, well, I think in the Ladies Classic, we've got some things to consider here. Number one, Simon touched on the 3-year-olds and their success here. But the last time a 3-year-old won this specific race would go all the way back to Ashada back in 2004. So it hasn't happened lately, and that makes me take Careless Jewel out of the equation. I'm looking for the now form here, and those horses that have won their last couple, Mushka, Proviso, obviously one of them got taken down, but we'll call it a win, and Music Note. Those are the 3. We talked about the right here about the young horse and not having success lately. So really, I turn to the Spinster. The Spinster is the race where winners come from. 10 of the 25 runnings of the Classic have come from the Spinster. I'm using Proviso. She is my single. She's my single in the pick 3, late double, pick 6. Everything goes back to her. Believe me, when I'm in this race, I'll be watching. You'll see me do this, baby.
8-1 in the morning line. He took a stand. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go with the favorite Careless Jewel here, but I will make Proviso my second selection, even though she's making that trip from France to Keeneland and out to California like Rainbow View, but it's all about Careless Jewel.
Paul, do I have to ask you for your pick?
No, so that means I'm going to be buying dinner tomorrow night because I'm the only one that's going to cash because Music Note is going to gallop, and I think Mushka's got a shot to maybe round out the exacta or the trifecta or Proviso. I thought that race, too, in the Spinster was very, very good, but I just think Music Note is too talented.
6 championship races on that Friday, the Ladies Classic, the highlight to the day. We still have more to come on this preview show for the Breeders' Cup World Championships live from LA, live on TVG.